So everyone, and welcome. Of course, now that cool Homura has got her Spirit Enhancement, it's about to take this girl for a spin and see just what sort of damage we can do. So right now I just have a dark triangle formation and just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take Ren and I'm just gonna take the cool Homo and I'm just gonna blast my way to victory. Because what else do you need other than blast discs? And I guess the occasional chase from Ren as well. And it seems pretty balanced. By the way, in case you're wondering, I'm talking from the off right now, so the face you're seeing on screen right now is me from the past. So let's talk a bit about what Kuromo actually gets that makes it pretty good. Now, everything considered, I can tell you right now that her Spirit Enhancement is actually not that great. But the thing is, similar to Ren, she was really fucking good before. So if you take someone who's really fucking good and you add a bunch of stuff on top of that, yeah, that's pretty effective. So what she gets is, she gets about 2000 attack, a whole bunch of defense and HP too, but who cares what defense and HP. More importantly though, her active is just a one-turn dodge, and she also gets 30% chase chance for it one turn, which is, I guess it exists, but more importantly the attack is pretty effective. I'm sorry, Homura, sorry, Mothercuss, for that absolute slaughter right there. She also just passively has 15% crit chance. My Homura right here, she doesn't have friends. I mean, she does have friends. I mean, she doesn't have the Memoria I made friends. So she's still critting because she has 15% crit chance. She also has 15% void chance, or 15% dodge chance. And she just randomly has 20% blast up passively. Just blast up 20% passively, because why not? Gotta blast. I guess apart from that, the only other thing that she has that's noteworthy is that she has a 35% chance to ignore evade, which I guess I'm not noticing it, because if it actually works and I'm actually ignoring someone's evade, I'm not really noticing it. But I do notice that people everywhere are just dying all the time, so yeah, that part works. Now, because of the active, it means I don't actually have to kill everything in one turn. Like, I've showed you a bunch of clips of me just killing everything in one turn, especially light-type units, and you might be thinking, yeah, but you basically have to kill everything in one turn, right? Not really. Because of the active giving you one dodge, you basically have 2 turns to kill everything. And if you can orchestrate it so that only people survive who have low damage anyway, let's say, for example, you know that one target on enemy team is a tank who doesn't do much damage, you can just let them survive, maybe even 2 of those people if they have 2 tanks. Let those 2 survive and then they're just gonna do no damage anyway, so you could just survive another turn based on your opponents not doing any damage even after the dodge. So based on all of that, you have somewhere between 2 to 3 turns, and 2 to 3 turns of Puella Blast combos with someone who just passively has 20% blast up and someone who has right now 13,000 attack. I'm still missing like 2,000 attack from having higher Memoria levels, but at the most she's gonna have like 15,000 attack. So having someone like that getting a Puella Blast every single turn with 20% blast damage up, oh my god, that's actually ridiculous. But yeah, once again, you don't actually need to survive more than a little bit. One thing to note is enemies might have Memoria that bypass dodge. For example, there's the Space Hug Memoria. Space Hug Memoria bypasses dodge, which means that they can, of course, just randomly hit you through your dodge and then you die. That's one of the things that can happen, and you can also get hit with a status ailment, because status ailment make it so you can't dodge either. Yeah, but yeah, I have like so many clips of me just completely one-shotting teams. I think there's like another 5 minutes of me one-shotting teams. Don't worry, there's other stuff in here as well. The thing is, I wanted to put so many clips of me just one-shotting people, just to make it clear how often I get to one-shot enemy teams. You know, sometimes one person survives, but it will be like a hyper tank, who even if they were able to get past my dodge, like you see right there, this Himika for some reason has a passive Memoria to go past my evasion. Might be Space Hug, I don't know which one it is. but she just has that, but she deals no damage because the only one who survives that Puella Blast combo has to be someone who's a tank. And tanks usually don't deal that much damage. So yeah, unless of course you get dodged on, which could also happen. So there's not a whole lot that can go wrong, but there can definitely be things that go wrong and completely screw you over. Also, the thing is, I'm showing off a lot of just solo Homura off right now, but this is not my usual Mirrors team. I'm just doing this for lols, just to see how strong it is, and god damn is it strong. My usual team is actually her together with the Spirit Enhanced Ren that you saw at the start of this, and then on top of that, the 4-slot Iroyachi, because Iroyachi is just a really good anchor for the team to revolve around. And you might be thinking, oh, but if you put that many magical girls on your team, then your Homura might just die before she gets something off. Well, the thing is, I can do turn 2 dodge. She's not gonna get attacked turn 1. And why would she not get attacked turn 1? I mean, she's Homura, right? She has no defense. Actually, my Homura has 13,000 defense, which is more than anyone else on the team. So she actually has the highest defense, meaning she doesn't actually get targeted unless somehow my Ren gets one-shot. And then she also somehow gets one-shot instantly through 13,000 defense. But yeah, it's highly likely that I get to turn 2 with her alive. If I get with her to turn 2 alive, I can just have her activate the dodge, and then I get another turn. So you have somewhere between 2 to 3 turns once again, guaranteed, almost guaranteed, with Homura alive and able to wreck stuff. But you also have the Ren there who can connect. If Ren connect hits, that's another dodge on top of that. You also have Iriachi increasing everyone's defense, and Iriachi herself tanks a lot as well. There's a lot of things in that team that support Homura, but even so, she's still an absolutely incredible damage dealer because she just has a ton of defense as well and just doesn't get targeted. Yay! So you can be super duper offensive and kill everything in 2 hits, but you also don't get targeted. That's actually absurd. So yeah, like I said, the solo Homura is just to see how strong it can get, and it can definitely get very strong. By the way, in some of these clips you might see me one-shot an Iroha Yachio. In case you don't know, Iro and Yachio duo unit has 2 stacks of above that gives them immunity to crits. So if you were to hit them with a critical ability, it deals non-critical damage instead. So being immune to critical hits would make you think that, hey, they're definitely gonna survive at least 1 hit, right? Because how do you one-shot someone who's rather tanky, or somewhat tanky? They're not actually that tanky, but they have like a defense debuff, so they're somewhat tanky. How do you one-shot someone like that if you don't crit? Well, you can just pull a blast combo on turn 1 and it still one-shots them. So this is actually a case where the enemy team actually has Space Hug Memorias. And we're gonna see what happens if you have to deal with Space Hug Memoria on the enemy team. I can tell you that you don't want to deal with Space Hug Memoria because you just die. You're just dead, dude. Although Space Hug Memoria is of course also a percentage chance of working, but it's like 85% chance to ignore evade, so that's almost 100. Do I get another one-shot here? Let's see if we can one-shot everything here as well. That's a one-shot, that's a one-shot, and that's a one-shot as well. That was 48,000 without a crit, because they're immune to crit. So yeah, that's pretty good. Because, yeah, like I said, I have 13,000 attack with multiple blast up buffs on a Puella Blast comp. That's actually absurd. This is not even funny sometimes. Like, you look at these teams and you're like, there's people behind these teams who have painstakingly created their team that they think is strong. And then there's just a single cool Homura that just comes along and just completely wipes the floor in a single turn with just a snap of her finger. She just goes, and they're dead. They're all dead. Anyway, now that we have seen the amazingness that is Spirit Enhanced Cool Homura, there's pretty much only one way this all can end. Like I said, this is not my usual team. Like, I usually have her together with Ren and Iroyachi, which actually has a better chance of winning than this. Like, I mean, this team right here, I mean, I say team, it's just Cool Homura. She has like an 85 to 90% win chance. My full 3-man team has like a 99% chance of winning, which is pretty good. But yeah, there's only one way to end this. So yeah, you can just get hit by a status debuff and then you can't dodge anymore. And then it turns out your girlfriend just kills you. That's so sad. Alexa, play Inevitabilis. Yeah, this is my stats right here. Just to give you a bit of an overview, you can see that in the Memoria field, I only gain 2900 attack because I have a non-ascended swords Memoria. Because on this team, even if it's just level 30 swords without ascension, it's still good to just take it, because even then you're still getting like 40% attack up, which is better than anything else, and it actually makes up for losing about 1000 attack. So I could have like 1000 attack more, and in the Spirit Enhanced there's also maybe I think like 800 more attack that I could get for Spirit Enhanced, but the thing is I only have 60 out of 100 Spirit Enhanced nodes because you're limited to 60 right now, and at some point in the future you can actually get all 100. But yeah, right now I'm limited to the 1200 attack bonus from the Spirit Enhanced. Yeah, you can see I'm getting also the disc buffs down there, plus 9% blast, and then an additional plus 6% blast, and then in combat I also have a plus 20% blast on top of that as a buff, and I have 13,000 defense. Oh my god. If you want to see more of this or more Minecraft content in general, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.